Hey there everyone, welcome to day 3 of your Coach Sneak Peek. So today we're going to be talking about how you're going to build your business using social media. So what's so cool about this day and age is that everyone's connecting online, virtually, so it gives us a really awesome opportunity to connect with a lot more people than just the people you know directly in person that live nearby. So it really expands our reach and allows us to help a lot of people. So one thing you really need to remember as you move forward as a coach is that you are advertising you. You are the product that you're promoting because you as a coach are unique. You know, you are your own person. You have something different to offer than anyone else out there because you have your own story and your own journey and your own experiences to share. So you are the product. You know, we use these really great resources, these really great tools from Beachbody, you know, the programs, the meal plans, Shakeology and things like that. But, you know, those are the tools that go along with our coaching. So, you know, anybody can go and buy a product on Beachbody.com or Amazon or eBay or something like that. But the reason that people are more successful with coaches is because they have that accountability and support. So that's what we're really offering people. It's not just about the program that's going to help them achieve their results. It's about what we can do to help support them on their journey. So just remember that. You don't want to be like a walking, talking Beachbody billboard. Nobody likes that. It's really off-putting. It's very salesy, and when people feel like they're just being sold to, that's when they go running off to the hills and never respond to your messages, or, you know, if you're sending out invites, they just don't want anything to do with it because they see right through it and they're like, all that this person wants from me is my money. And so what we're doing with social media is promoting, like I said, our story and ourselves in a really organic, non-salesy way. It's about adding value. So showing people, you know, how to create easy, delicious recipes, how satisfying nutrition can be, you know, showing your workout moves and things you enjoy about that. And, you know, above all that too, is that you don't want to just be about fitness. You know, there's a lot more to you than that. You know, you have different hobbies and things you like to do, and that's honestly how you're most likely going to connect with people, is through shared interests. As you're building your following and your contacts, you know, you're gonna, if you're a mom, you might connect with other moms in your area. If you love hiking, you can connect with other people who love to hike and, you know, share ideas about favorite trails and things like that. You know, if you love to cook and there's just certain things you really love about that, you connect with people. So you're not just about health and fitness, you're a whole person. You know, that's not all there is to you. So you want to share all these different aspects of your life. And the main thing you want to remember too is that you kind of want to be a vulnerable, open book. And I know that's a little scary at first, to kind of put yourself out there, but that's when you're really going to connect with people, is when you are sharing things from the heart and being really honest and open, talking about your struggles and your setbacks, being really real about it, because you know, like, you've had your own struggles. I've heard about some of them, and there are so many other people out there dealing with them. You know, I have my SIBO that I've been dealing with. I've had adrenal fatigue, and sharing about those things allows me to connect with people and help them on that level that's really personal, that not everyone has that experience and can relate to them about it. So just remember that there's more to you than fitness and health as you move forward. You want to share really openly and honestly with integrity, and that's where you're going to be forming relationships with people. So, you know, along with the sharing side of things, you know, posting to social media every day, we recommend, you know, about 3 times a day is what you want to build up to, and just being really consistent with that so people always know you're there and you're there to help them, so that you're kind of like staying fresh in their minds. And then along with that, you're also going to be building your contacts. You know, you have to keep building your reach and talking to new people in order to keep helping more people. You know, you can't limit yourself to just this close circle of friends. So, you know, you'll be connecting with people, you know, friends of friends on Facebook, people in groups over those shared interests we just talked about, on Instagram, going through and building relationships with people. And that's really what this business is about. I really want to hone that into you guys, is that it is about building relationships, building trust with people, and then figuring out where they're struggling and offering a solution. So that's really sort of the pathway with this business. It's not about going out and being salesy. It's not about shoving it down people's throats or being like a broken record, just being about fitness and, all of that. It's about being a real person that people want to get to know, building that interest so people are like, what are you doing and why are you happy and why are you feeling better and looking better? And then that makes them reach out to you and figure out what you want to do. And one of our 3 vital behaviors as a coach is to invite. So it's also, being proactive, getting out there and sending invitations out to people. But, you do that once you've gotten to know them a little bit. You don't want to just friend somebody on Facebook and then be like, join my challenge group. No one's going to trust you. So it's really building those relationships that lead into an invite. And we're going to give you all the training on how to do that. We'll have a lot more detailed social media tips and tricks and things like that once you get started with your new coach training. But that's what I want to talk about today. I really want to hear your questions, of course, so please post them below and stay tuned for day 4 tomorrow. Bye, guys.